Hello there. Okay. Uh, Wait a second. As always, something is going wrong here, so it looks like OBS doesn't like to hear your voice, RG. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience, viewers. Just give me a second. I'm going to fix this somewhere, somehow, sometime. Aha, there you go.
Ryan is interfering with everything again.
Now everybody might be able to hear you. Okay, I'm so sorry. It looks like something went wrong with the settings. So here we go again. Sorry, RG, that this wonderful intro got eaten by my wrong settings. So yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the May Qualifier Semifinals between, blame Zaraghul. Yeah, finally you can blame someone, Giacomo, else than yourself.
I'm the
Yeah.
commander. I'm here, and I'm depressed. Oh man, the
Yeah.
OBS there being as cooperative as Ryan is on a regular basis, which is basically 0%.
Yes.
Unfortunate. So, while the unfortunate technical difficulty did go, we did mention this, as you said, this is the May World Qualifier. Ryan did bribe the PvP Geeks people, so we are going to be launching an inquiry and an audit about that in order to get the higher seed, which means he did get the option of electing to win the coin toss results. He chose to go first. Smeoz said, okay, we're not playing with the Bear Terror of the Endless Night. We're going to play with the OG Outsider. That means that it's going to be impossible to pull a Smeoz, as we like to call them, actually, which is relevant as hunting for power is one of our objectives. We are back to non-breach material. We did see some really fun stuff in the Skytear Sunday episode that involved some of the new cards from both Pythoner and Ricardo. Go watch that after this if you haven't. But for this match, we are back to the originals. We have Onslaught, kill 3 enemy heroes. Tamer, kill 2 enemy heroes using the Outsider. And Hunting for Power, kill the Outsider. Which means it is time for what, Zaraghul?
Blood.
Violence! 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 Violence!
This is your favorite playstyle, isn't it?
It really is. Like this actually could not be a more optimal set of victory conditions, given that we don't have the breach cards in here. This is great. This is wonderful. It's time for total annihilation here. We do see that Kirito is bringing the Vorhild in reserve. Interesting choice, given that Vorhild usually doesn't show up unless there's multiple 0 armor heroes. The only 0 armor hero out currently is the Shilovy, although Cytheru is in the reserve for Smeoz. Smeoz bringing, of course, his signature Estrita. He is basically to Estrita what I am to Yami, the ultimate fanboy. Also flanking there, then again, Freyhill for healing, Shilovy for the revenge, and then, of course, Kirito bringing Brilvar, Freyhill, and Shilovy also for revenge, healing, and taunting. We're having a blue mirror matchup, so I hope you guys order your dinner. We're going to be here a while.
Yes, this is going to last a while, as you said. So, who was the fourth hero pick? Or the bench hero pick for Smeoz? I did miss that
Smeoz, Cytheru.
Cytheru, okay, yeah.
Yes. And then, as we mentioned, Vorhild, as you can see, for Kirito.
Mm-hmm.
And standard opening there from Brilvar, move into the center, worship himself, and then probably a lead action, potentially using a safeguard to protect his minions. Of course, with 3 armor, he's not going to take a lot of damage from anyone, sans a shapeshifted Freyhill, and given that it's round 1, unlikely that Smeoz would go for that. So pretty safe lead from the deck for Brilvar in this situation. Oh, no, actually going to go for the attack on the minion. Doesn't even want to do the worship to get that extra armor.
Maybe to get another shield slam in. Oh, there's a +3 flip. You don't want to see a +3 flip on a minion.
No, that was Freyhill's ultimate, the Glacial Rebirth, so you hate to see it.
This is like your signature, Right? You hate to see this.
You hate to see it. So as a quick recap standing for those of you who may not have been following the results of the World Qualifier from this weekend so far, we are in the playoff rounds. Smeoz did have to play against, I believe it was Mateus yesterday, in a kind of play-in round. There were only 5 individuals who made it to the top round. Gameslayer, Kirito, and Giob all won buys. And then Kirito, as I said, by bribing to get the highest seed, ended up playing the winner of the 4-5 match, which in this case, as you see, is Smeoz. So Gameslayer, Giob will be playing sometime in the future. They're looking to schedule potentially tomorrow, Monday, or on Tuesday. So look forward to that. We'll try to bring that to you live if possible. And then we have, obviously, Kirito, Smeoz, the winner of them will play the winner of that. Important to remember, Gameslayer is qualified for the World Championship. So if he wins against his match, then whoever wins this game automatically qualifies, as Smeoz and Kirito both have yet to qualify themselves.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we do see that Freyhill is going to actually start damaging, going for the Worship, the Move, and then the Skirmish. So 1 damage to Brovar, and then going to slide over into the Dome. Yes, over into the Dome.
Sorry, I'm thinking about the specific wording that you sent to me.
Oh, the shenanigans?
Oh, yes.
Yes, there are shenanigans. Zaraghul and I are tinkering with some of the setting, mostly Zaraghul. I came up with the idea, and he's going to do the tinkering to enhance your experience in the chat. Which means that Giacomo and Tapeworm, unfortunately, you may have to like not be around much because Nightbot will probably just cancel you. We need Nightbot to do something else for us. So, you know, please just observe and don't do anything to upset Nightbot. He is very sensitive.
Oh, yes.
All right, Shilvy. Ooh, Shilvy going for the move in the Skirmish. So I assume the last action will be a lead here as Ryan fights to start getting priority in the Dome. Kirito worried that perhaps, you know, Smeoz might go for a Dome pile and then just use OG to start bullying him. Let's see.
Okay. Let me see. What is that?
Now Smeoz needs to consider, do we march in with Astrida, possibly disarm the Shilvy into the Dome? Do we get a lead action in? Do we start pushing and countering the lane? We could attack a minion and then slide our way into the Dome. So obviously Brovar has led, so Ryan is going to win the lane regardless here in this scenario, but you could make it so that Smeoz is not facing such a huge pressure point in the next round, although up to this point, Ryan has not led in the Dome, which means that Smeoz doesn't necessarily have to put a lead action in the Dome just yet. And there's the Safeguard. As expected, Safeguard is going to protect the minions, which unfortunately now does mean that Astrida does not get to use her kill a minion, spawn a minion, because she can't kill a minion. So very well done. Kind of typically what you expect to see when you move the Brovar in the center there. Ryan, very commonly known to do this kind of opening play with his blue squad blob here. And then we're going to lead from the hand to end off Astrida's round.
Yeah, I think everything is set up as you wished. So.
Oh, you got it programmed?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Now we just have to wait for it to take effect.
I mean, you could test it.
I could, but I'm not going to. Because then I don't want to have to make another junk account or go through the process of unbanning myself.
That's like
supreme power is ours. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a game going on. Freyhill's activating now. So Freyhill is going to go for the move action here. So now Ryan, I assume, will delete another minion and then probably make his way into the Dome. We do see the move action, the attack action on the minion. Smeoz can't really defend this minion. He doesn't have the cards to do so. Dead minion. And now Freyhill's going to go for the lead action. Okay. So
from top.
As it stands, yeah, from the deck. So as it stands, it's currently tied in the dome. So what could potentially happen here is Shillavi could go attack a minion and just kind of sit in there. Astrida did lead from the hand, whereas both Ryans are leads from the deck. So Smeoz could bank on Kirito not pulling anything useful.
So you want to defend the lane for sure. That you're
Yes,
going to get into the pressure, but yeah, the advantage of being the second player is obviously that you now can decide where am I going to join my team. So am I going
exactly.
to win the dome, for
Yep.
example, or will I just defend the lane? Because this is on Ashen Pass. This is always a big threat, and you always have
Yes.
to keep that in mind. Okay,
Oh,
as you said, moving in.
so he could attack the minion and then skirmish into the dome potentially.
Yeah.
There is no way for Kirito to respond to the dome. He can't use a time warp. Well, he could use time warp, I guess, with Shillavi, but she's already in the dome, so that's kind of pointless there. So it's not like he can affect the math that way. He could, of course, just time warp into the lane then, and make it so like. But with that setup, it's well, never mind. Astrida did lead, so he might time warp with Shillavi to get the lane pushing. If Smeoz's Shillavi goes into the dome. But with a worship action there, not likely. Okay. Interesting that he's going to worship Shillavi
Yeah,
while she's adjacent to Brovar.
will we see? Oh, a
Oh,
charm.
no.
Okay.
Freyhill's going to steal that shapeshift away. Yeah, that
Okay.
was...
I was expecting maybe a shield slam by Brova to kill the minion.
Well, Brovar already used Safeguard, remember? So he's out of mana.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Did forget about it.
Oh, Freyhill and Brovar both led with ones, though, which means that despite the amount of resources he put in, Ryan actually loses the lane here by 1.
Oops.
Oh, that is definitely an oops. Now, of course, this does mean that the dome is tied, mind you, but... yikes.
This is, as I mentioned, this already is a threat. Even just moving 1 hex, you are in reach of your of the tower. So
Yep.
don't forget about the lane.
Yeah, and with this setup here, the minions are equal out there at 3 and 3. So, not necessarily a super overwhelming lead for Smeoz, but as you mentioned, the tower is already under threat. And if Smeoz knocks off a couple minions and then just kind of funnels in the lane, Ryan can find himself... I mean, it is possible to completely blow up the tower if Ryan tries to go for the dome. And then Smeoz, uses the Astrida to kill a minion, spawn a minion, but also leads with a 3 and just funnels all minions. It is very easy to blow up the Nexus at the end of this round. Oh!
Yes.
And we see a +3 on a flip there. Oh, maybe that was just a discard there.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, Smeoz overdrew, and so he just decided... Interestingly, he discarded Sethur's ultimate. So
Whoops.
Not wanting to hang on to that for a lead from hand. All right. Ryan going for the attack against Shillavi there. Going to move and skirmish. Just start forming a wall. No, this makes sense. Shapeshift or skirmish there. That means now Astrida has to burn her attack action on Brovar. And so not going to be able to use that kill a minion, spawn a minion ability.
Yes. This really hurts.
Yes. Now, that being said, if Smeoz has like a Bewitch or something, or a Call the Pack, that would be more useful for him.
Oh, yes. For sure. Yeah, the minion count is important, for sure. So we didn't see really much blood here.
Nope.
So
Disappointing.
This is totally disappointing, and I don't see anyone going for Onslaught, for example, right now. So no preparations for that. The outsider hasn't been won. So
Nope.
no tamer incoming and neither hunting for power. So
Yes. It's a lane battle for now.
absolutely.
And the other thing too is with using the OG outsider, even though both players do have access to piercing, it just doesn't seem like we're going to go for hunting for power here necessarily. Like with the new rules with the outsider, retaliations are a thing. So it is certainly possible. Of course, we know that Freyhill perfectly capable of 100 to zeroing if you stack the sacrifice and the nourish. You can easily burn down the outsider.
Yeah.
But
You need the
you know,
mana.
yeah, you need the mana. So potentially maybe we'll see that in a turn 3, turn 4 if nothing else peels out. But right now, as you mentioned, only the lane really in a threat here for Smeoz. The highest, or excuse me, the lowest HP that any other hero has is 16. So nobody's dying anytime soon. Okay, Astrida's activating, does deal 3 damage, but of course Brovar has 3 armor in that state, which means that Astrida's attack does nothing.
It just bounces off the armor.
Yep. That Pangolian hide. All right,
Okay.
so Astrida is going to move into the lane here. I assume the last action will probably be a lead action.
Yeah. From hand maybe to put
Mhm.
some pressure.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, I assume perhaps Smeoz may be holding like a Nightmares Incarnate something, so he might look to mess with the math near the end of the round. He is within range of both the minions, so, Ryan could do some calculations and then at the end of the day be like, well, I'm okay. And then Smeoz is like, LOL, JK, there goes your minion. Now, on the other hand, of course, Ryan does also still have the Flux, which means that he could potentially pop that if he wants to use like a Chasm or something in order to push Astrida away from her intended target, if that is Smeoz's plan.
Yeah, that could be an option.
And also why we see that Astrida did finish within 2 of the control zone instead of, kind of sitting on the outer edge or something there. Within 2 means that she can't be pushed completely out of the control range.
Yeah. So this is a good way to keep your rights safe within the control token area, let's say. So Astrida is going to bring her lead value onto the target.
Yes. Ryan's starting to Ryan's starting to do some math there, starting to piece together minion counts, hero damage counts. When are we going to start pulling the trigger and go for some wild plays here? Both players do have a near full hand, 6 cards apiece. So tons of options, 2 mana apiece. Ryan's entire team is also shapeshifted as well. So therefore, a lot of value to be had here. We are going to go with Shillavi. So interestingly enough, Shillavi will go for a move action.
Okay.
Going out into the lane. Yep, she's going to defend the lane. Makes sense.
Attacking 1 minion. She can't trigger her ability because she is too far away. Yeah. Too far away from the other minion.
Going for the lead. Oh, also from the deck again. Last round, this bit him. Let's see what happens this round.
Yep.
All right, so that's 2 heroes of Ryan, by the way. So I think in this case, Smeoz, activates Shillavi. That way you can see what Ryan intends to do with his Freyhill, and your Freyhill can respond accordingly. So the attack comes through. That is going to be 5 damage. So Brovar will take 2 damage. 6 damage. No, I had that right the first time. Sorry, 5 damage. So Brovar does do a little bit. We do see the revenge flip on Shillavi there. So 1+ there. Ryan did flip a 0. Shillavi down to 16.
Yeah. First damage dealt to a hero. Wow.
Wow. We're getting somewhere. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Smeoz is now going to go for the move action as well. So can't go for the double kill. Smeoz is going into the cover hex in the dome. All right. So this is going to force Ryan to either go in the dome and lead with Freyhill or concede the dome.
Yep.
Or I guess he could. Yeah.
Lead
He
from
must
deck.
go.
Yep.
Okay. Lead from the deck looks good.
Yep. First action was the forced attack against Brewer.
Indeed.
Yep. So then running like a chicken into the dome, into a cover hex, and then leading.
Unfortunately, not bringing Korjov to this game. Then we would have a literal chicken running on the field.
Yeah.
But only one shapeshifted. All right, so Freyhill activates now. What Ryan does here, I think, will partially dictate what Smeoz does. Okay, so again, clearing out Smeoz's minions here. Dead minion. Going for the skirmish against Astrida. Okay, targeting Astrida.
And then he's going to move. Oh, -1. He's going to move into the dome, I assume.
Indeed. Yep. Slide into the dome, and then a lead action for the end.
Yeah. Smeoz Shilavi still is full with mana, so there could be a shenanigan at the end.
Yep, and a lead from the deck as well from Freyhill. So the question is, are they feeling lucky? Because as it stands right now, Astrida did lead in the lane there, but Shilavi did for Ryan as well, which means that Smeoz could very easily see that control token going against his tower if Freyhill doesn't come out. On the other hand, it would be a bit of a risk there with Freyhill in the dome. You would get +1, and then you'd also get an extra flip if you led with your Freyhill as well. So Smeoz has to consider how he wants to play this.
Absolutely. So you either go to defend the lane or you're going to try to contest the dome.
Yes. Because that's the thing, right? Like, even as it stands right now, depending on the flips, either player could win the dome. Both of them led from the deck, neither of which was a predicted lead. So very possible that one has a 3 and one has a 1. So does Smeoz want to gamble here?
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Although what would be really interesting is if Ryan has a sudden distraction, pops the Flux, and then has Freyhill use sudden distraction on Shilavi. Okay, we're going for the skirmish action.
That might come in handy. So, yeah.
Okay, 1 damage, Freyhill on Freyhill action. Oh, Freyhill's not shapeshifted, so that bounces off the armor. Interesting. She's staying in the dome. All right, so Smeoz says, you know what? I'm okay. We don't have Tactician on the field. Not a problem. You can have the lane. I want the dome.
I mean, that's okay as well. You get the outsider. You get an attack, a 3+ attack. You get a warship, a free warship. You can draw a card. Lead
and another lead from the deck. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Any end of turn shenanigans from either player. Let's see. Both players have 6 mana to be used. Doesn't look like anybody's hand is going towards the cards in their hand, so it's time from. Oh, nope. Ryan is hitting the thinking. Let's think. What could he possibly be doing? He's not in range to shield slam. Time warp isn't an option here. You can't chasm somebody with a flip out of their lead zone.
Yeah, sudden distraction is not a reaction. That's correct, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sudden distraction is not a reaction. I don't play it, so that's why that slipped. That's a good point. So we can't use sudden distraction. Which is probably honestly better that sudden distraction isn't a reaction. That would be very unfortunate.
Yeah. So the card right here on screen is not an option right now.
Indeed.
As it has to be played by an active hero.
Yep. So what could he be trying to play then? Bewitch isn't an... Oh, we're going to go for...
A slide.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Move target. No.
I don't get it.
He just popped the Flux. Oh!
Now I get it.
Nice. Now I get it. Did not think of this one. Okay. And Astrida says redirect. Oh no, that could let's see.
Okay, where do we start? We start with the redirect, maybe?
Yes, redirect will reposition where the sinkhole is targeted. So the sinkhole is targeted onto that cover hex right there. Or I'm sorry, onto the control token hex that we see there. And no, Sylvie's going to say we're going to redirect that right back. All right, now we're getting some hand action. Okay, so now we're...
Yeah.
Yep, put that sinkhole right back where it was, says Ryan. And so that's actually going to yeet Shillovy out into the lane, which basically means that her lead from the hand is kind of useless. Or lead from the deck,
Lead from the deck,
because Astrida has led from the hand. So it's going to come down to a coin flip here about Freyhill. Although I guess you could send Brilvar into the dome now to change that position, but let's see how this rotation works. I feel like you send Brilvar into the dome to increase your chances, because otherwise you're coming down to your blind lead versus Smeoz's blind lead.
Yeah. Those are really a lot of resources that are going to be used to maybe just tie the dome. Ah, there you go. Now
Yes,
this makes sense because you now have 2 heroes.
Yep.
Still, this might end in a gamble
Poorly.
and in a loss of the
Yep,
dome.
let's see. Shillovy leads with a 1. Oh no, we're doing Astrida. So yeah, so Shillovy led with a 1. That was useless. Shillovy from hand from deck from Ryan actually was the 3 there. So quick maths here. I think by 2. Yes, by 2 in favor of Ryan. So he gets the card there. Now the big one. We blew a lot of mana and a lot of cards on this play here. So somebody is about to be upset that they wasted several cards trying to get this to go off.
I mean, it's
actually
only 1 card for Smeoz and 3 cards for Ryan. So
Freyhill led with a 1. And Freyhill actually led with a 3. So even with Shillovy in the dome, Freyhill still would have won, because it would have been a 3. It would have been a 3-4.
Okay, which Freyhill did lead what?
I'm sorry. Yes. So Ryan's Freyhill led with a 3, and Smeoz's led with a 1.
Okay. Yeah.
And Shillovy also had a 1, which means that even without that sinkhole play, Ryan still would have won the dome.
Okay, yeah, but we wouldn't know beforehand because they were all leads from the deck.
That is correct, yes. No prediction.
Yep.
All right, so with that being said, it's time to bring the OG on the field. You see Ryan is looking to position him. Of course, the outsider must be placed across a white line of the dome. So it has to be 1 part in, 2 parts out, or 2 parts out, 1 part in. Looks like he's going to drop it right there and potentially bully Freyhill.
Yeah, this could work.
Outsider's HP online.
I mean,
as hunting for power is a thing.
Yeah, that's true, but Smeoz has his Freyhill in the dome. So
yes,
this could be really dangerous. If you don't get to the point to kill Smeoz Freyhill first, then hunting for power should be really difficult.
Yes. Now, important to note here is that currently Smeoz's Freyhill is not shapeshifted, which means that if Ryan tries to go and just turn and burn for turn 3 on the outsider, Smeoz cannot heal the outsider to death using Freyhill. He could, of course, have something else in mind. Perhaps, if he has Shillovy's Dance of the Predator or something of that nature. And in fact, let's go ahead and peek at Smeoz's graveyard here. See no Dance of the Predator, and I see no Glacial Rebirth or Song of the Siren.
Okay.
So possibilities exist.
Yeah. Those are really going to hurt, especially Astrida kicking out one of the heroes. Wow, that would be brutal.
All right, so we do see Ryan is actually going to continue pressing the minion lead here. He does use the attack action on the minion. I assume he'll also use the Divine Conduit ability to make one of his heroes take a worship action here. So getting shapeshift onto either Shillovy or Freyhill. Yep, there's the Divine Conduit that allows Freyhill to force a worship action. So she's going to get shapeshifted for herself. Looks like Ryan is setting up for potentially a gun and run on the outsider.
Yep. So, and third action is going to be
draw a card.
Draw a card. Okay.
Okay. Now, notably, this does cause Ryan to overdraw. He does have 8 cards in hand, so he will have to discard 1 at this point. But, nevertheless, if we're going for a kill round here, you want to have all your options available.
Mm-hmm.
And also important to note that Ryan's Shilvi did lead from the deck with her ultimate. So Dance of the Predator is not online for Ryan to go and do extra chaos. We do see that Ryan discarded a Triumph of the Wild. That makes perfect sense here.
Mm-hmm.
So Theru's not on the field. There is literally no reason for Smeoz to ever create an illusion. And now we see what happens in round 3. All right, Brilvar is activating first. Again, moving over there, I assume, yep, get that taunt action going on 2 of Smeoz's heroes, force them to burn their attack actions. With that, of course, Smeoz also does have a Chasm card. He could make it so that Brilvar can only taunt 1 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And is going for the lead action. From hand. Okay, so Ryan now wants to threaten the tower.
Yeah. This is now a really big threat. I mean, 5 minions plus a hero plus a lead from hand, so we can assume that's 5, 6, 9. 9 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, Chad also concluding Ryan seems to be going for Nexus. I agree. Despite the fact that we have literally 3 aggression victory cards, this turns into a Nexus game. I am utterly disappointed. I mean, I expect Ryan disappoints me, as that's usually the mode of operation. But, I expected better of Smeoz.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's see what we have here. Freyhill is going to activate, does declare the move action. Seems to be good. Oh, okay, moving out there. I wonder if Smeoz is going to use a... Nope, we're going to attack the minion. Yeah, Smeoz realizes right now is no time to be trying for hunting for power. We need to defend the lane. So we're going to attack the minion. Is a redirect perhaps coming out from the Shilvi? Nope, even worse, a sinkhole.
Whoops.
All right, well, that sinkhole is going to... Here we go again is correct. That sinkhole is going to drag both Freyhill and possibly Shilvi right into the dome. I assume you don't drag Shilvi, though, because otherwise Brilvar's taunt wouldn't affect her.
Yep, that would be awful.
Oh, that is a feels bad man for Smeoz.
Yeah, you really want to pull Freyhill into the dome to be unable to fulfill the attack. So obviously Orion is really going totally for... Okay, he is pointing on those hexes.
Okay. Well, I mean, really, he doesn't have to move them. So yeah, he could just do that with the Shilvi and then...
Yeah, but now he isn't making use of the Briver taunt against Astrida.
And you're correct. Huh?
It's...
I could get if you wanted to reposition the Shilvi, but leave Brilvar there so that it still taunts both of them.
Yeah, I don't get that. So you may move each hero hit 1 hex,
correct.
So you don't need to move Brilvar.
Exactly.
I mean, now he's blocking.
Okay, so we're going to finish with the worship action.
Okay.
Huh. All right, well, that's interesting now, because now Astrida has the ability to kill a minion and spawn a minion because Ryan moved Brilvar. Well, alrighty then. To be fair, Ryan is still in an advantageous position here at this point. Freyhill is locked outside of the lane. There are a lot of minions to deal with. Honestly, at this point, if Smeoz has Bewitch or Call of the Pack, I feel like you have to play that over Song of the Siren. Because, there's a lot of minions, and you need reinforcements to save your Nexus.
Yeah, this could be worth really more. Well, we'll see.
We shall indeed. All right, so Smeoz ends the Freyhill activation, so now Ryan has to deal with Shilvi and Freyhill himself.
Yeah, like the chat says, opening himself up to Sinkhole or Chasm with Briver.
And it was indeed the sinkhole.
Okay. Getting off with Shilavi.
So no, his Shilavi's not shapeshifted. So I guess it doesn't matter. He only has one minion left there. So
Yeah. Yeah. So you might advance with a skirmish. Oh no, he's using a move. To be sure, maybe. Okay.
Okay. No. Okay, we're going down here.
Attack.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay,
He
it's
now
starting.
draws a card.
Yes.
Okay.
With hunting for power on the field, you do get to draw a card. So this will be 5 damage minus the 2 armor of the outsider, puts it down to 17. And now Smeoz gets to take an action, so he's going to retaliate. Shilavi is not shapeshifted, so this does deal 3 damage without the fear of a retaliation catfight, which would actually be really funny. I don't know that Ryan would actually use revenge there. Well, I guess he could hit either Shilavi or Astrida on Smeoz's team. Oh, and the worship for the +3 fixes that damage instantly. You love to see the +3 on the heal flips and the hero damaging flips. You hate to see it on the minions.
Oh, yes. Okay, going to check. Okay. Stream is still alive, that's fine. Because sometimes YouTube dislikes me and just puts up some messages. Yep.
We're not sponsored yet, are we? I don't think we're sponsored.
No.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Or ad revenue, whatever, partnered, whatever the word is, I forget.
Where's our
Feels
partnership?
Bad, yeah. All right, so now Smeoz. So here's the other thing that's interesting now. With the Shilavi activation, Ryan's final hero is the Freyhill, which is inside the dome, which means Astrida would have to burn 2 movement actions to get to her and sing if he wanted to use it. So very good use there. Although with Shilavi having, or with Smeoz having the ability to have activated Astrida first to sing for Shilavi, does, kind of disincentivize that. But we do see Astrida's going for an attack action without being shapeshifted. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
Why do you move there?
I mean, I guess Bewitch is coming out, but like...
Oh,
that's why, Wind Blast. I mean, I don't think you need to move for that. Oh!
Yeah.
No, that's not why. Because you're still... I was thinking to get out of range of Ryan's Shilavi so that she can't redirect it, but that's not correct.
Yeah. Wind Blast, redirecting Wind Blast.
You could redirect the target hex, and so make it so that, like, you can't get the minions.
Yeah. So Wind Blast, place AoE on target hex, yeah.
There's Chasm.
So there's the Chasm, and yeah.
But here's the thing. Astrida placed it adjacent to her, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, what it does do, though, is you can move it so that Astrida is no longer within range of the control token.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which then raises the question, then, why wouldn't you have moved to, like, the 1 hex that's right below the control token that's free and then cast it there? Because both of Ryan's heroes can still affect you in either spot, but this way at least you can't get kicked out of... Huh?
What? Okay, now
this makes sense.
Yeah, okay. The chasm resolved, I assume.
Yeah, the chasm resolved.
Chasm.
But I I don't get why you needed to do that in the first place. Shilovy was within 3 of Estrida.
She was. She knows even within 2.
Yeah, I don't.
And why? Okay.
I don't understand why you needed to use the chasm there. Oh, but here comes the Mind Palace, so we are gonna sing for for Freyhill. Oh,
Ooh,
got them,
yes.
boys. Got them.
Ooh, and you made Ryan invest a lot of his cards.
Yes,
Oh,
and here's the thing
wow.
too. Freyhill already burned a sinkhole earlier for that little stunt she pulled, which means there is absolutely no way for
No
Ryan to
way.
defend against this. Shilovy
No
has
way.
1 mana left. Brovar's out of mana. Freyhill's out of mana. So Freyhill not getting to activate at all, which means also Smeoz is guaranteed to win the dome. Because Freyhill and Brovar have activated, you can't get in
There's
there.
an exhaustion.
Okay.
Who did play the exhaustion on Smear's side?
Smeoz placed the exhaustion and turned the disarm, or turned Brovar's shapeshift into disarm, which now means that the Shilovy does not have to attack. Interesting. So now Smeoz is going to be able to use this to clean up 2 minions. Ooh, the turnaround play from Smeoz. Very nice. All right, so the attack from Shilovy comes down. +1/+0. Doesn't matter. We're killing minions. Dead minions, and then Shilovy is shapeshifted, so there we go again. +0 does not matter. All you're doing is trying to avoid that -1. All of a sudden, lane 1 looking pretty okay. Ryan did lead from the hand, though, with Brovar, so if Smeoz doesn't lead here, that is still going to result in some tower damage.
Yep. But it's not as crucial as before, right? So
correct. It's not a death threat at this point.
Wow.
All right. Very nice. So,
wow, imagine that you just do this move to either get the chance of using the wind blast right away. Yeah, and now I get why he did move there, because with Estrida, because he could, from that position underneath Briver, he could enter the dome.
Well, the movement would have been Ryan's choice, right? Because the chasm was from Ryan. So why did Ryan move Estrida back?
Yeah, but he could have even pushed Estrida further away.
Right.
Then the wind blast would have been resolved, because the chasm was before.
And that's what I don't get. Like, why didn't you just use, like, Shilovy was within 3 of Estrida. Why didn't she
just play the redirect?
Oh. No, that can't make sense. Yeah, that I don't know. But
yeah, I mean, you still enter the dome with Estrida.
Right, yeah. I'm just confused about why the chasm was needed.
Yeah, you could push her into a position like, let's say, straight in front to the tower. Then she would have been 3 hexes away from the dome and not even contesting in that moment, not even contesting to the control token. But yeah.
I wonder. No, because that wouldn't make any sense, because that doesn't. I don't know. All right. Somebody who's smarter than me, like Tape or Ricardo or Giacomo, please explain why the chasm had to be played before the redirect could come down, or if that was just a misplay.
Maybe. But we can ask Ryan afterwards.
That is also true. We can do that as well.
And blame him during the podcast recording, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, do you think we could rig the shenanigans up for the podcast too? That would be great if we got that to work. Like, just mute him instantly whenever he trips that. Like, that would be great. Because I'm sure I could debate him into doing that, and then.
Oh yes.
Oh, here comes another Mind Palace.
Whoops.
Dance the Predator. Oh, here it comes.
There it goes.
All right, so Dance of the Predator. That's going to allow Smeoz to clean up the other 2 minions here if he so chooses. Because you can move 3 and then flip against an adjacent enemy and then do it again. And it does not have to be heroes.
Whoopsie.
So,
yes.
Whoopsie indeed.
So
Okay, well, Giacomo says he has no idea as well. So if the
tapeworm neither.
yeah, okay, tape. Okay, great. Okay, so clearly, if Giacomo and Tape both don't have an idea,
Psychic shield.
Okay, Ryan is protecting his heroes left and right here with Psychic Shields, which is going to be hilarious because Smeoz had no intention of using it on a hero. He's
Absolutely.
going for the minions. Um,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
there's that. One dead minion. Now you get to repeat the effect because she's shapeshifted. So we're going to swing all the way back and flip it again. And just like that, Smeoz's minion problem, no more. And a lead from the deck just for good measure. So Smeoz now has a chance to win the lane. Obviously, Brovar did lead with a 3 here, so... or I'm sorry, not win the lane. You could tie it. Not so much tie, but, you know... in that case, that does significantly reduce the impact here. That is a 3 to 5, so 1 damage to the tower. But it does mean that he does get the dome.
Mind games won. Yeah, absolutely. They won all the mind games so that no one really gets what this is all about. All the cards played and shenanigans and movements.
Yep, and Matthew's pointing out about, you know, card advantage, and certainly that is the case. Both players heavily down on cards here. Now, of course, Ryan will get 1 for the lane, and Smeoz will get 1 for the dome, but Ryan only has 3 cards in hand to Smeoz's 2. So card advantage, very significant here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and short hands, but significant, yeah. Still really short hands.
Let's see. So the outsider is coming down. I wonder if we start beating up on someone now. But the problem is nobody's injured.
Yeah, this is what Tape is also pointing out. 2 times kill conditions, no hero damage. What's happening here? This is a good question, and we don't know.
This is such a feels bad man.
Yeah.
Like, please spam your Pepe hands in chat. This is a feels bad man. All over the place. All right, so we're going to position the outsider here. And now Shillaby is shapeshifted here, so she does have an armor point. So, like, I mean, I guess you could shockwave Brovar away. That would be useful because then you remove the armor from Shillaby and also make it harder for him to be able to position to taunt your heroes next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Oh, this is frustrating. All right. Show me some magic, Smeoz.
Oh yeah, bring the OG here on the screen.
And one of the important things to note too is Ashen Pass doesn't have a turn limit. At the rate we're going, we could very easily get to the point where heroes are using 7 mana. Although the problem is the players don't have the cards in hand to play that level of mana.
They're going to start with the maximum of 3 cards, I suppose.
Yep. All right. Well, we're hitting Brovar with something. I assume this is the shockwave. Oh, a +3. So, yep, that is the shockwave. 3 piercing damage. We're going to smack Brovar far, far away.
Yep.
Smeoz did use the Divine Conduit ability to draw a card, and the Worship action to get a shapeshift onto his Shillaby.
Okay. There you go.
Yep, I was wondering if he would use the attack action to kill a minion off, since it is now, 2 minions to 2 minions down there, but seems that he wants to get the Shillaby shapeshifted, which I guess does allow for double minion kill anyways.
You meant Ryan, who was able to use I'm a bit confused. 2 to 5. Okay, 5 cards now. I was a bit confused because the overlay didn't show up the cards drawn. So now it's 5 to 5. Okay, now I'm with you. So, yeah.
All right, well, here we go. We're moving back in, boys. We're stopping that Shillaby from doing the double minion kill.
Surprise, surprise.
To the surprise of absolutely no one.
Move, lead, and then shapeshift.
Yep.
Maybe.
This would be a great time for some of those new cards that we saw. Vendetta, release the Purge and Purify. Not Purge and Purify, that's not a new card. Call of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
Get these conditions. Although I guess technically Brovar will be getting rid of the disarm after this activation. Let's see what we've got here.
I mean, it wouldn't be really useful to position him with a skirmish close to the minions and then try to kill a minion because he only has a 2+ attack, and the disarm, I
Correct.
suppose, will deny the minion kill either way.
Indeed.
Oh, an attack on Shilavi.
All right, we're getting some violence.
And she's shapeshifted.
She can slap the other Shilavi. Cat fight. Let's go. Violence. Yes.
Finally.
Smeoz. I like it. Finally, we're getting. Oh, I hear a deck shuffle. +1. That was Ryan's deck shuffle.
Okay, Ryan was shuffling the deck.
All right, Smeoz. Oh yes, there it goes. We got a cat fight on our hands as Ryan decides to hit back for a +0. So that's going to be 1 damage to Shilavi. Does Smeoz go for the retaliation to get Smeoz? Do it. Do it. For the love of all that is holy and good about Skytear, flip on her.
Yeah. Sorry.
Smeoz.
No, he
Thumbs
didn't.
down. Brovar did cast the presence, though. So now, Ryan's saying, all right, enough of this nonsense. We're going to end this. We're going to go for the Nexus destruction.
Meow.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. Discarding those Touch of Leothans there. Not looking for much use there, so... Going to exhaust right there. All right, and with the worship action means that Shilavi will be taunted unless Smeoz moves Brovar out of the way again.
Yep.
All right, so as Smeoz, what do we do here? Now, interestingly enough, Brovar did not lead, so Brovar is only worth 2 control value right now.
That didn't work. Whoops. Bye-bye, Shilavi.
Oh, that's what's happening. We're gonna play. We're gonna play an exhaustion. So that's going to remove Brovar's shapeshifted ability, and are we turning it back into anything? Yep, we're turning it back into a disarm. And Brovar's gonna play Touch of Leothan to get the shapeshift right back. Okay, that's fair. Very nice, very nice. Is Ryan going to flip to heal Brovar? Because... Oh, no, you're not within range of your free heal. Oh, yeah, you are. Wait. No, you're not. That's Smeoz's free heal. All right, well, Shilavi's going to activate. This is going to be a 4+ attack against the Brovar. So that's 5 damage, minus the 3 armor is 2 more damage. Oh, my God, is someone about to go down to 0 HP? We do see the revenge flip from Brovar there for a +1. So that's 2 damage to Smeoz's Shilavi. Does he smack the cat and we have another cat fight? Oh, no, but we are going to play Nature's Reclaim. So we're going to draw 3 and discard 2? No, it's just draw 3.
No, just draw 3.
That's Overflow. Yeah, Overflow is draw 3, discard 2. All right, so Smeoz getting the hand advantage here. As we are in turn number 4 with 4 mana, having 6 cards to Ryan's 3 is going to be very, very valuable. Also, the chat saying there is going to be blood. Just wait for it. I've been waiting for 60 minutes. There's 3. Oh, this is so annoying. Anyways,
absolutely.
Smeoz going for the lead from the hand, probably using one of those fancy new cards that he just picked up from the Nature's Reclaim, and going to worship to end the round. Smeoz, you going to heal your Shilavi? Yes. All right. So +2 on the heal there brings Shilavi for Smeoz back up to 16. All right. Now the question is, what cards did Smeoz draw, and how can they help him win? Okay. We're attacking the outsider with Freyhill. Oh baby, is this finally it? Oh, and a +3 on the flip there. After
Woohoo.
shuffling the deck there. So Ryan did play those Psychic Shields. It could have just been get the Psychic Shields out of his hand into the discard pile so he could shuffle them and draw them on this. And we do see the Outsider retaliating. So Song of the Siren was flipped, which now brings Freyhill down to 11. Does Freyhill revenge on someone? No, she's not shapeshifted.
Double dislike. Why not?
Yes. Yes, people are saying, God forbid Smeoz draws a Mind Palace. That would be hilarious, actually, if he did.
He's digging for it, yeah.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious if he played, because he just shuffled, if he played the Nature Reclaims and then got the Mind Palace off of that, that would just be like, yes. All right, and Freyhill does worship and lead for her remaining actions there. We did see her shapeshift, only 1 HP though, got a +0 on the flip. So Brilvar, Freyhill both at 12 hit points, but of course Brilvar has 3 hit points, or excuse me, 3 armor. Freyhill has 2. Oh, you know what would be great here?
What?
Final Judgment. But unfortunately, Cythera is busy chilling on the bench. Like, if you could just bring down the hammer on Blue Shillavi, Brilvar, and the Outsider, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, it's still
But
the
alas.
last judgment, but as always, I won't blame you.
Whatever. Final Judgment sounds better than Last Judgment. It was a translation error. I saw the original Italian.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, let's see what we've got here. Smeoz has 2 heroes left to activate. Ryan still has Shillavi left to go as well. If you activate Shillavi now, you do suffer the Brilvar taunt. Unless you have... Oh no, Shillavi already activated for Smeoz. I'm sorry. He has Astrida and Freyhill. Brian is saying 0% chance that Freyhill ends the round in line of sight of a control point.
Which Freyhill?
That's a good question.
Ryan's Freyhill?
Or
maybe?
Okay, well, Smeoz's Freyhill is going, so let's see what happens here. Going for a presence. Okay, Smeoz now playing the presence here. Smeoz saying enough of your shenanigans. I too can play the presence. Arguably, probably the best card in the game after the changes to Skirmish. Rampant Hatred was a contester up there, but Presence probably the strongest card. Passion Pass. Honestly, if you aren't packing Presence, you're probably handicapping yourself. And we're going to discard a Shattermind. Okay, so that would have been useful if we were going to go and try to blow stuff up, but we're not doing that this game, apparently, because no one likes damage.
This is so hilarious.
Okay, so Smeoz is going to use a predicted lead from deck there. So Freyhill does have 5 points of control to her name. So the question now becomes, where is she going?
Yeah, is she going to stay in the dome? But I don't know. I think she would be better placed in the lane to defend the lane, the tower, so that you can make sure that you're not going to lose through the tower then. And then the next question is, what are you going to set up? Oh, an attack on Freyhill? On Ryan's Freyhill?
Looks like it. +1, so that's 3 damage. She is shapeshifted for piercing. Now, Ryan, are you going to revenge? Because if you do...
Yeah, she's within 3. Oh, this didn't happen.
Okay, nope, not going to revenge. Probably a safer plan. Okay, so Freyhill staying in the... So here's the thing. If Smeoz... Now that argument doesn't hold water because it would still be this. You could still do the same end result. I was going to say he left him into the dome because Ryan could just sinkhole or chasm Freyhill out of the control zone, but like you can do the same thing right where Freyhill's positioned now. Okay, we're targeting Astrida with something. Looks like an attack.
Okay.
There's a -1, whatever the flip was. It'd be great if you used your action buttons, Ryan.
Yeah. A sacrifice.
Okay, sacrifice. Okay.
There's some damage incoming.
Yep, this is Smeoz's Freyhill playing it on Ryan's Freyhill. Okay.
which does hurt or damage for 4, and
Yes.
yeah, does damage his own fire heal as well.
Yep.
So that she could possibly revenge as well. So
Ooh, but the
what's going to
-1 on the
happen?
revenge.
Okay, so 0.
Oh, but then
Hmm.
Smeoz.
Oh,
Okay, so now we're pinging on a straight up for. I assume this is an attack. Yeah.
or is this still the revenge going on? I don't know.
Yeah, it's honestly difficult to follow because I'm not exactly sure what sort. I think that was the revenge trigger because I did 2 damage. Because it wouldn't be a skirmish, that would be 1 damage, and it wouldn't be an attack, that would be 3. So I think that she did. Oh, Frail's all right. Frail,
There's a
Ryan. If you
nourish.
don't have an answer, you're Frail's. But Frail
There's
has
the
her own
answer.
nourish.
Yeah.
Yep. Does
Nourish
Smeoz
against
have a
nourish.
redirect though? Nope. All right, so that's gonna. Yep. So Frail's HP just kind of ping pongs from 3 to 6 to 3. And we're doing something else to Astrida. I'm going to guess this is a skirmish.
No,
Nope,
this
we
is
did
the
2 more damage.
revenge.
There was the revenge. Oh, right, because of the HP loss. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Now Smeoz is skirmishing. Oh, so Smeoz was the one that wasn't using his action buttons. Smeoz, I can't believe you. I'm still going to blame Ryan though. Ryan, as the higher seed, should be on top of Smeoz and teaching him what to do. Oh, Frail's playing a Thorn Roots though. Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is going to cancel the movement effect to interfere with the skirmish. Okay. We're
Yeah.
finally getting blood, and again, both players burning through a lot of their cards here. Both players down to 2 cards at this point. A little bit of mana left there. Shillavi has 4 mana for Ryan. Astrida has 4 mana for Smeoz, so still plenty of room for some shenanigans.
I think we won't see. Yeah, we won't see an ultimate on Smeo's side,
No.
as this has been played for Astrida and Shilavi's out of
Mm-hmm.
mana. Fire
Yep.
Heal as well.
Yep.
So maybe on Ryan's side, using his Shilavi.
Yep. Let's take a peek here. Ryan's graveyard. Of course, Ryan did do a shuffle. Currently, there are no ultimates in Ryan's graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly which all of the ones we saw before he did the flip and shuffle last round. But I do know he definitely had shuffled Dance of the Predator back in, so that's still a possibility for his Shillavi. No, Astrida's going to play Chasm. Okay. Smeoz's Astrida is going to play the Chasm. And
Okay.
we're going to kick Freyhill over into the lane, it looks like. No, we're going to bury her deeper so that Smeoz can't lose the dome.
Where did he ping? On Astrida?
On Astrida's original hex, yeah, he pinged the hex that Astrida was, or that I'm sorry, that Freyhill was on, and that's why he was able to kick all of them. Okay.
Okay.
So what he was trying to do there was cancel the Thorn Roots problem, I think, because it's target adjacent enemy hero. So by using the Chasm, Thorn Roots fizzles out, which means that this skirmish would not be canceled.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nicely done. And yes, Brian, you are correct. Keeping the Freyhill alive does make her an easy target for the Tamer. Absolutely very true. And as it stands, Freyhill did play that prediction, which does give her the points there. The problem is Smeoz has to defend his lane because you can't win the Tamer when your Nexus explodes. Nexus explosion will take place before Tamer priority each round.
Yep.
Okay, so Shillavi is going to delete those 2 minions there.
Yeah, she's shapeshifted and then she can flip a 1+.
Mm-hmm.
So now just
Oh,
a mini.
+3. You hate to see it, though.
Yeah.
Now, important to note here, Smeoz's Shillavi did lead, which means that his Estrita can move into the cover hex, worship herself, attack the minion, spawn the minion to again stymie Ryan's plans.
Oh, yes.
So let's see. We go for the move action. Ryan may have a response here. Nope. JK. No, Smeoz, what are you doing? Why are you putting her out in sight? I guess it technically doesn't matter because Chasm would kick you back into the dome anyways, but like you're opening up to redirect. You can't redirect if you can't see the Estrita. Oh well.
Yep. But
Let's see what happens here. Or Charm, for that matter.
yeah, well, in that hex, he's quite secure to not be pushed into the dome, but he could be pushed out of the control token.
Okay, so he's guaranteeing that he's staying in the control zone. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to forgo the extra minion spawn to guarantee that Estrita cannot be pushed out. There's the +0, dead minion, and Estrita is out, so that's going to be that. Each player down to 1 card here. This is getting a little wild. Let's see what happens. This is going to be Shillavi versus Shillavi here. 3 from each. Okay, so Ryan wins by 2, I think, because Brovar had presence.
I assume so, yes.
Yep. Smeoz is towered. Taking some damage there, down to 2 hit points. But, important to note, just like Elton John, he's still standing. I just realized that half of our target demographic probably won't get that reference. Oh well. I tried. All right, so now Smeoz does get the outsider activation. This is actually going to be very important here. You must kill Freyhill, which, to be fair, is not a problem. She's not within range of Brilvar, which means that this is a pretty much guaranteed kill on the flip of the attack, unless Smeoz is running -1s, which I don't think we've seen any from him, so this is a guaranteed kill. And then I guess you just shockwave the Brilvar far, far away? Yep, dead Freyhill.
Sorry.
That's 4 spaces. You do not get Brilvar's armor.
Yep.
All right, 1 point finally after 73 minutes. First blood has been drawn.
Yeah.
Thank God. All right. Outsider skill number 2 is the shockwave, so we're going to do 0 plus flip piercing damage to the Brilvar and then push him away. No damage, but we are going to send him flying away from the battlefield here, and then I assume the last one will probably be draw a card here because both players are really hurting. Yep, there it is. Draw a card. Now, important to note, due to the rule changes from Ashen Pass Season 2, Ryan does not get his next hero this round. Vorhild is going to be chilling out on the bench. Which means Smeoz can use this time to kind of mitigate the damage in the lane and set up for a potential play in round 6.
Yes.
Because at the rate we're going, this is going to round 8 or 9. Ryan Shillavi still at 16 hit points, so not likely to die anytime soon. Brilvar has a hefty amount of armor, and Smeoz does not have a mage except for Freyhill, which, to be fair, with 5 mana can wreak a whole lot of havoc on the battlefield, so let's see what happens. Smeoz, as the second player, does get 2 turns in a row, and Shillavi's going for the exhaustion play.
Again. Okay.
Again, yes. Again. I don't know why you're doing this now.
This is quite
because you're putting a slow. Nice. Okay. So the slow does mean that Brilvar only gets to move 1, so Brilvar will have to blow both a move and a skirmish action in order to get in range here. Now, the trade-off is that Brilvar will be able to taunt 2 people. Unless, of course, we see exhaustion come out yet again.
Hmm.
Okay. Stay hydrated, everyone. It's getting hot out. Oh. All right, and the final action is that worship in order to taunt both the Astrida and the Shillavi away from being able to do minion control. Obviously, Astrida able to kill a minion, spawn a minion. Shillavi actually, with the current positioning, wouldn't be able to take effect, except that Shillavi is going to use Dance of the Predator again, which is awesome. Because now we're going to go ahead and get away from the Brilvar. And we're going to deal some damage. So I would probably use the... Okay, interesting. Smeoz is going to kill the first minion there with Dance of the Predator's first effect. Now you get to repeat it. You're going to go over there. Very nice. And set that up so that you can attack the other Shillavi. Excellent. All right, so that's going to get rid of 2 minions. Now also positioning it such that Shillavi will be able to begin Cat Scratch Fever. She starts her activation here without being in range of the Brilvar. And now we're going to go ahead and slash her for 4++. See what we have. +1, +0. All right, so that is 5 damage, -1, brings Shillavi down to 12. Which means, with a little bit of finagling here, Ryan can very easily set up a Tamer kill. And a lead from the deck. Excellent. For extra reinforcement and assurance of Smeoz saying, you know what? That tower ain't going down today. All right, so Ryan needs to have Dance of the Predator himself in order to try and clean up these minions. Otherwise, this is going to look a little dicey. Because this is his last hero. And then Smeoz gets to go twice in a row. Or you can just use a presence.
Yeah.
Now, if he has Dance of the Predator as well, that's going to be extra juicy. So Ryan taking a peek at his cards here. Let's see. Does decide to get rid of the 1 because, again, it's not useful in this game at all. And puts 1 on the top. So he is going to go for a lead action there. Therefore, very likely that this is a 3. Means that Shillavi is worth 5. Brilvar is making it 6. Minion makes it 7. And we're going for an attack on that minion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens as a result here. Nope. Astrida says, wrong answer. You're playing redirect. So that attack is not going to go off.
This is going to, go against Shillavi.
Yep. So now...
Shapeshifter.
Oh, and the revenge.
And a revenge.
Yes. Here it goes. Run the cat fight. No flip, though. So unfortunately, no damage there for Smeoz. Shillavi's not shapeshifted. Yeah, so that would be a damage. Sorry, I thought that Ryan's Shillavi was shapeshifted. So that is actually a damage point for Smeoz, bringing Shillavi down to 11 hit points. Now with an armor again, but this is going to get wild here. Freyhill could go in for some damage, as Smeoz does get to activate 2 in a row here. Ryan better have something useful in those 3 cards. I assume at least one of them is a sinkhole or a chasm.
Yes.
And Astrida's going to play Exhaustion again. Poor Brilvar. Is this like the 3rd or 4th time he's been targeted with Exhaustion?
Yeah. This is
I guess
incredible.
That's what you get. Yep. So that reminds me. How much of into philosophy are you?
We'll see. We'll find out.
See, because I found that I've been reading a lot of Confucius lately, and I found a great thing here that seems very applicable here. Obviously Confucius, a man ahead of his time, realizing eventually that cars would come into the world and that people would be stupid enough to try and run with cars because, humans have a sense of pride and needing to show that they are, in fact, the superior animal of the planet. Confucius, of course, realized this was a problem and thus had the very profound writings, man who run in front of car get tired, but man who run behind car get exhausted.
Yeah, sure. I don't know if you could hear this, but I hope the stream could.
Oh, I can. Absolutely. I was just letting that one sink in, and I'm ready for the face palms to be spammed in the chat. All right. Meanwhile, Freyhill is going for the move action. So Freyhill on the move here, going for a worship now. Going to, I assume, get herself piercing. Going to target Shillavi and deal some damage. Yep.
Okay. Healing up a bit to 13 HP. There's
Oh,
going to be played a shelter. What?
Oh, I actually don't know what this card does.
And
heal another target hero for an amount of HP equal to the caster's remaining mana +2. And because Freyhill is shapeshifted, that's going to be 8 damage.
yeah,
Or 6 damage, excuse me.
but there's Dance of the Predator being played beforehand.
Yes. All right, so Shillavi is going to actually run away.
Yes. Killing a minion
well,
before?
Yep. Oh, no. Couldn't he have hit the other minion too? Because you get to use it twice, he shapeshifted?
Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That would have been such a cool play. I see the chat. The chat is not impressed.
This is the really nice feedback. Please, more.
The chat is not impressed. Well, you know what?
Yeah, that's true. Going to bring up shelter here.
Yeah, please do bring up shelter. I actually did have to look at that card because I didn't know what it did because I've never seen it.
Heal another target hero for an amount of HP equal to the caster's remaining mana +2. Yeah.
We just disarmed the outsider.
Oh, do we
Smeoz just disarmed? Okay. Why? Smeoz just disarmed the outsiders for reasons I'm not quite sure of.
If he loses the outsider, then but with okay, this could happen because.
So he's going to leave Shillavi in the dome, and he's just going to leave all 3 of his heroes in the lane to force the token as far forward as possible. So by disarming the outsider, that limits the effectiveness of the outsider once Ryan gets it.
Yes, absolutely. So the only ability that I think the outsider can really make use of is the pushing effect, the 0+.
Yes.
Which is
also
not
as Matthew pointed out, I did have the order of activation for the dance wrong. It is move then attack, which is why Shillavi did need to only kill 1 minion because she had to run away. So that does make sense. I had the order backwards in my mind. Thank you. I apologize. I'm going a little bit diluted here as I did not hydrate until right before that, and also because there is a lack of blood, and we're on round 5.
Yeah, which leads to your dehydration.
It is true. I like to drink the blood of the fallen heroes. Despite the fact that they're only digital pixels, they bleed when you hit them. Is it before or after the attack on the outsider?
What?
What's
happening?
Let's see.
What's happening?
Hold up, I got it. Okay, sorry about that. So basically, the question that we have in chat there, if you'll be able to see it down in the corner, I'm not sure, is that Smeoz...
Okay, yes. Before after entering the outside, the disarm of a streeter is...
So basically, the question is about when the disarm happens, is it before or after the outsider's retaliation? And of course, Estrita's effect is that when the target is attacked by a shapeshifted hero, the disarm goes on the stack, and then the outsider, of course, when damaged, gets to take a retaliation action. And so because Smeoz is the active player, he gets to choose, and holy lord, there goes the control token.
God.
That went all the way from very bad to very good. So Ryan cannot win by Nexus Destruction until turn 7 at a minimum.
Oh my god. Which is the turn that you, let's say, predicted somehow. You draw when you declare the action.
I said 8 or 9.
Yeah. Not about the draw. No, it's not the draw.
No, it's not about the draw. It was about does Ryan get to use the retaliation function before the disarm comes through?
before the disarm comes through. Ah, yes.
Because that might change his plan as to whether or not he wanted to hit a hero versus a minion. Also, because Ryan has -1s in his deck, which means if he attacked a minion and flipped the -1, that would actually be 0 and not kill the minion. So that actually is very relevant for him.
Oh, yes. Especially in this situation when you face 4 enemy minions against 2 allied or friendly minions. So,
yep.
On the other hand, Ryan's hero is coming back at round 7.
6. No, it's 6.
Next round. Okay.
Yeah, because she was killed in the outsider phase of round 4, so she comes back at 6. Which I guess technically by she comes back, we mean Vorhild comes on the field.
Yes.
Now, interestingly enough, if Ryan drops the outsider right there, Vorhild's going to be a little bit boxed in. I mean, obviously she can walk across the minions. That's no problem, but...
yeah. Maybe she wants to kill the outsider?
That could be.
That could be an advantage.
Ryan doesn't have piercing anymore because Vorhild has to come in. So you're going to need to do... Well, which on the other hand, though, Smeoz is at the other end of the field. So...
Yep, that's what I meant. So you're out of reach, out of a way to protect the outsider.
Indeed.
And it's only 11 HP.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, Shilvi did play Dance of the Predator, so like that would be 6 damage and 2 flips that would have helped kill the outsider, but I guess Vorhild can play Rampant... No, we would have seen Rampant Hatred by this point. I guess you could use the Ermine's Eye. That would do some damage, but all right. Well, anyways, Ryan is going to use the Draw a Card ability. That makes sense. This has been a huge battle about card resource draw, so obviously going to go for that.
This
is wild.
Yeah. Weren't we going to ask someone like Brian to talk about certain Skytear stuff? You know what I'm talking about? That you dislike, if he calls it so?
I don't think it was that, Brian. I think it was the other one.
Okay, sorry.
I could be wrong though. I might be wrong.
I'm just guessing.
Yes, that's fair. And Tape points out, I need to make a video on how to rotate the outsider. People make it 100 times harder than it has to be. That is very true. As someone who has done that himself, I agree. I would love a tutorial. Here's how to push a few buttons.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's the case. Vorhild is spawned in. Now, everybody's got 6 mana. Here we go.
This is hilarious.
This is great. We've got 6 cards in hand for Ryan. We've got 5 cards in hand for Smeoz. We've got 6 mana per hero. We've only had 1 person die. Come on. All right, Shilvi's going. Okay, yeah. Ryan's saying, all right, yellow. We're doing it this way.
That's what
so
I do.
Attacks?
Tape.
Oh,
no. Nope. No, you don't use the 15 degrees and rotate
No,
it.
that's actually the exact wrong answer. Oh, and the +3 on the minion flip. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Move, attack, and then a lead.
That seems like a good enough source of fun to me.
Yep. Just press the rotate twice, and it will fit perfectly in all positions.
Yep, it is a lot easier than most people think it is.
A wash.
I was flabbergasted by that technology.
This is too complicated. Yeah.
I agree. Hitting a button twice is very, very challenging.
This is ooh.
Oh, we're doing deck inspections here. Smeoz starting to do the maths here. He's got 1 card left, and he's saying, you know what? I know what my deck is. You know what? Everyone else is looking in the graveyard. I'm gonna join them just because that seems to be the cool place. So we're gonna take a look here. So what does Smeoz have? Smeoz has some chasms. We've got some shatter mines. 5 Final Judgment, Last Judgment, whatever we want to call it, is in there. That's not useful. Song of the Siren is in there. Dance of the Predator is in there. Oh, wait a minute. I don't see a Glacial Rebirth. Oh, Zaraghul.
Yes. What is going to happen?
We could see a Glacial Rebirth assassination here. Hey, we got Nature's Reclaims coming down. We're drawing the cards.
Ooh.
Now, what's very important is because we're in round number 3, Astrida can play Nature's Reclaims and still play her ultimate if he draws it without having to use a Mind Palace.
There is a deck reshuffle.
Yep, that was Smeoz's last card, and so he needs to draw 2 more after the reshuffled deck.
How unfortunate.
For Ryan.
Yes.
So now the question becomes, okay, we're going to move. This looks like fun. Nope.
No,
we're not going to move.
Yes.
So unless Smeoz has a counter to this, to force a move action first, that move action is going to fizzle, which would be tragic and unfortunate. With 7 cards in hand, though, I feel like Smeoz should have something.
And another, brutal, another Thorn Root.
Yeah, Thornroot's really saving Ryan here, doing work both times. The first time did force out the Chasm play, which, to be fair, if he hadn't had done, would be available for this Thornroots. So,
So Smeoz thinking?
Yep.
Nope.
Nope. Going for the skirmish. Okay.
Oh,
into
there
the
you
dome.
go. Into the dome. Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Well, the outsider is at 11, and you've already activated your assassin, so seems unlikely that you're going to go and kill. So Astrida still does have 3 mana if she wants to influence the battlefield with a reaction.
A lead from
could
hand
be done.
has been played. Okay.
Yep.
Who plays that junk card? That's a good question, but obviously Ryan is using it.
Yeah, seems. I mean, yeah, it may be a bit of a junk card to most of us, but I mean, it definitely did work here. All right, so Brilvar going to activate. Brilvar is disarmed and kind of away from the party here, but he's going to be able to move down. I'm pretty sure I saw Avalanche recently in Ryan's discard, so not going to be able to bully people around like that. Is going to attack the minion, does flip the +3. You hate to see it. Also, there's Glacial Rebirth, which means Fryhill. Well, it doesn't matter because Fryhill's out on the respawn, so it doesn't really matter for that, but you hate to see the +3 flip on the minion.
Absolutely. I mean, it blasts the minion away, but yeah, could have been
Ermine. Yep.
useful in other hands.
Yep, Ermine's Eye also in the trash can, so Vorhild can't ult the outsider either for a little bit of extra damage, so I don't really know how Ryan is going to kill it as of now. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, Brilvar does go for the shapeshifted effect here. We know Smeoz doesn't have Dance of the Predator again. Oh no, Smeoz could have Dance of the Predator for a 3rd time, which would be absolutely hilarious and full justification for why exiling cards in this game is a bad idea. Let's see what happens here.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Or do we activate Fryhill here? No, I feel like you activate Shilovy, chip the outsider, and then you go and try to blow up the outsider with Fryhill as Smeoz. Or, honestly, actually, no. I would just go after Shilovy. There's no reason to go after the outsider when you already have a point on the Tamer and your Astrida has a lead in the dome. Like,
yes.
You now have control of the lane. You can easily let Ryan win the lane and be like, don't care.
Yeah, he's going with Fryhill.
Yep, Fryhill's going to go for the skirmish. Oh, so we're locking down the dome here. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, and a +3 on the heel.
Okay.
Okay, you love to see it. And again, that was Cytheru's ultimate. Now, for the 3rd time, we've seen that card.
Well, useful in another way, let's say.
Indeed. Brian says, if I'm Smeoz, I think you go for Shilovy. Yep, I agree with that. Shilovy is probably the easiest person to kill. You're going to get the dome, which means that you can murder Shilovy and then win via the Tamer.
Yep, but he didn't deal damage to Shilovy with the skirmish, right?
Correct. It was because Smeoz wanted to guarantee getting the dome. He didn't want to run risk of another weird shenanigan play. So he just skirmished without a target. And Ryan is going for the attack from Vorhild on the outsider. 5 damage minus the 2 armor means 3, brings the outsider down to 8. Now, Smeoz needs to be very careful thinking about this. Because... Oh no, you can attack... Never mind, you could attack Vorhild because she's not shapeshifted.
Yeah, you have to. If you declare the attack, then you have to attack.
Right.
Vorhild.
Right. Well, what I was thinking was it wouldn't matter because if Vorhild was shapeshifted, you couldn't target her anyways.
That's true.
So, all right. There we go. So the outsider drops to 8 hit points. This could be over from hunting for power in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Smeoz goes for the target.
Freihild.
3 damage.
Smeoz Freihild is now in a superb position to just kill the outsider via healing cards.
Yes.
This is, and she can't be stopped because there's
Correct.
no way to play a redirect.
Correct. Well, you could use a chasm and knock Freihild out of range from Shilovy. Because chasm does not require target.
That's a possible solution. Yeah.
That is, I think, the only thing that could stop it.
Because
mean Brovar
doesn't need to target the hero, right?
Yes, that is being pushed. Correct.
You need to target a hex, within 2 hexes.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that. Brian asks, does he have Rampant Hatred in hand? I don't think so. I haven't seen Ryan play Rampant Hatred at all this game, and I think I've seen Ryan's deck twice. So I do not believe that he has Rampant Hatred this game.
Attack, lead, and move. Okay, this way, Smeoz Shilovy can't get into range of the control. No, she can.
Of the minions, yeah.
Yeah, she can.
She can't get to the minions.
She can't get to the minions, that's correct, yeah. But she can.
But again, as Smeoz, do you even care? Like, as Smeoz, I just want to run it down, get control of the dome, and like whack you. And then, because like, you can't destroy Smeoz's Nexus this round.
Yeah, he's going for the Tamer, right?
I would assume so.
And
yeah,
there's no way for Ryan to stop Smeoz from winning the dome.
Correct. Because Astrida has a lead card, and Vorhild is not going to be able to get into the dome from her current position unless you burned like a chasm and a sinkhole. Which, to be fair, we did see Ryan do something with like that with a slide and a sinkhole. But all right, we are going for the skirmish. Yep. Shilovy on Shilovy action here. And there's Ice Wall.
Ice Wall.
Ooh, so what that means is, well, first of all, that means that Shilovy's going to stop right there because the skirmish is going to fizzle. And she's outside of range of the control token.
Yes, and she can't move in there.
Nope, that's move and skirmish. Yikes. I feel like if I were Smeoz... okay, we're going to play Nightmares Incarnate. That's... okay, I mean, it's going to do some damage. That's not going to alleviate the problem of the Ice Wall. But nope.
And a redirect. Oh, come on.
Shilovy's going to play redirect. Now, the important thing is this has been before... no, it looks like the redirect was withdrawn because Ryan realized Ice Wall had not resolved, which means that you would not be able to redirect it onto someone else. Yeah. We're going to instead play Psychic Shield. Okay, so Psychic Shield will block the damage.
Psychic Shield, where are you? Psychic. There.
And we're going to play Wind Blast. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Well, wait a minute. Wind Blast is a reaction, so I assume we let that chain resolve, I guess?
Yeah, but why did he...
No! Come on. Oh, God, here comes Chasm. Oh, for God's sakes. All right. Well, Shilovy is about to get blasted even further back, or into the dome, rather. And as Wind Blast is a target hex, There's no wind blast coming down.
Yep.
Okay, so Smeoz is like, all right, enough of this. I'm worshipping. I'm done. Yeesh. Okay.
I mean, okay.
That was wild.
It's end of the turn. No shenanigans.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, so Vorhild did lead with a 3, so that control token's gone all the way back to the other end of the table.
Oh, come on.
This reminds me of like this is basically like the tabletop version of like, you know how some of those bars have like those bucking broncos that you can ride on, and you try to like see how long you can hang on, and the longer you hang on, the longer it goes for.
Yeah.
That's like how it was there. Like first the control token moved just a little bit, then a lot more, and then it went all. Now it's just like flying from one end of the tower to the next, and then it's like, yikes! All right, so position the outsider right there. Now the question is, do we? Yes. Okay, so we're going for the attack on the Vorhild here. Vorhild cannot shapeshift to protect herself. You could do a lot of damage. That's 4 damage to Vorhild, brings her down to 6.
Yeah, she was at
no
10,
longer within
so
kill range. Yep.
Good idea, because yeah, she wasn't shapeshifted, no armor. If you went against Shilavi, then you had to deal with the armor as well. Okay, so the push effect.
Yep, sends Vorhild way back. Push him back, push him back, push him way back.
Okay, but there won't be the tamer kill to win the game.
Correct. That is correct. Not yet.
And drawing
Okay.
a card. Yeah, both players back to... No, Smeoz is at 8 cards, so he has to discard one.
Yes,
And
discard.
yeah, and Ryan back to 6. Classic Pong. Yeah, that meets it as well, I think. Huh. So, activating Briva first.
Okay, Brovar going for his 7th activate.
And
We're going to kill the outsider.
No.
We're just going to kill the outsider here.
Whoops.
The game is over.
Yeah, just a shelter.
Yeah.
Which
Shelter.
means
Oh my god. That's
6,
9 damage.
8.
Or 8 damage, excuse me, yeah. So unless Ryan can immediately burst the outsider here, that's game over, because there is no way to get Freyhill away from that.
I couldn't imagine the card Shelter to be the game deciding card.
There it is. Amazing.
A 1 mana card. Heal another target hero for an amount of HP equal to the caster's remaining mana plus 2.
MVP Shelter, baby. Holy smokes.
There it is. As predicted. Yeah, from Matthew.
Yep.
And this should be GG.
I think so, yep.
Let's see.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
Move it over. Calling
GG.
it on the Hunting for Power. Wow.
Woohoo, kaboom.
Let's go talk with the players, because this was hilarious.
Yep.
Every movement.
GG,
By the way,
well played.
This is my end. I have 16 damage to that sudden this turn.
Holy crap!
You what?
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I have prepared my nuts and a lot of turns. Sorry for the long and.
No, this was hilarious. I loved it. This was hilarious.
Sorry for the long game.
Okay. The deadest card ever. It's been in my hand the entire freaking game.
Yeah, that trying for the wild really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was prepared to use it on Vorhild if he tried to kill me.
Yeah, I would have worked.
Wow. Yeah.
That was hilarious. Smeoz, I want to thank you for using the Shelter card, because I actually forgot what that card did. I had to go and look at it because I haven't seen it ever played.
So this was in the end like
fatality.
Fatality.
I can't believe you've done this. Why? Why?
because I can.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
You killing Freya was. I mean, I'd say you killing Frail caused me problems because I couldn't kill the outsider, but I also didn't draw any heals all game. So because all my sacrifices were on Golbjorn, and I didn't bring him.
I have nine healing cards on Freya because I don't want to choose when I have the healing cards or not. I take it every game and it's fine.
yeah. I had it was a difficult difficult decision between Golbjorn and Vorhild because Vorhild had the psychic shields and the ice wall.
Yeah.
And Golbjorn had the sacrifices and the rampant hatreds and the Skytear discharges.
Same decision here. I don't pick Vorhild with psychic shield because I have seen Brilvar and I have to choose Seteru with exhaustion instead. So I don't have psychic shield in the deck in this game, but I have nine healing cards, redirect, exhaustion, so probably it's not the worst. The Brilvar is make a lot of game because I have Shatter Mind and Nightmares Incarnate that is not very useful because you have only one armor. Every time one armor, so I lost the revenge fighting because you start with one armor and me not, so I have to play care and I mean with Nitrous Reclaim in hand I know that if we go on the late game probably I have more possibility to win because I play more cards than you, maybe, I don't know, but
Yeah. No, I knew that coming in, you're gonna be able to have the card advantage late game. So I knew I wasn't gonna be able to win a quick game. So my hope, which I didn't feel great about this matchup because of that, but my hope was my deck, other than the 3 copies of Presence, my entire deck is all reactions. So I was hoping all of my reactions, I would just kind of be able to have answers to what you did and be able to kind of get card advantage early by winning more lanes and pushing this up, and that would kind of be able to hopefully counteract your Nature's Reclaims.
Yeah.
And it did for a while. I almost got there. It was just a little bit short.
But in Mirror of Lutan decks, in 7 turns, we have played 1 presence me and 1 presence you.
That is very accurate, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
And you guys cycled through the decks several times, like 2 or 3 times, I think.
Yeah, and we have drawn a lot of cards because I haven't noticed the game, but we have drawn with the outsider too, right? So it's strange to see. But
yeah. I mean, for me, the big issue was I just had no way to. I especially early on, I could not find my 3s. I had my opening hand had 1 3. It was a sinkhole, and I mulliganed 2, couldn't find any. Led twice from deck and got 2 1s. Like if I had a 3. I mean, maybe I should have led with the sinkhole, but if I had a 3 and was able to push it round 1, it becomes a much different game. But the fact that I wasn't able to start damaging your tower until turn 3 instead of turn 2 was, I think, huge. I really needed to push it round 1.
Turn 2 for me is very, very, very important because I don't need to pay attention a lot on my Nexus or in the Dome, but I have only to stay alive and prepare my team for the next round, like I have done with Wine Blast, Mind Palace, and Song of the Siren. So, only
yeah. I was holding the redirect. You got me with the Mind Palace. I was holding the redirect for the Song of the Siren, and then once you use the Wind Blast, I'm like, okay, I can redirect here. And then the Mind Palace got me.
Yeah.
That was a great play.
I play Mind Palace for Giacomo. Blame Giacomo.
we blame Giacomo for several things during this game. It was great.
Yeah. Orion, considering this constellation, what you mentioned with the redirect and Song of the Siren, why did you play the Chasm beforehand to push Astrida back more into the lane?
I had to be in range of Astrida to cast the redirect, or from
you were.
You already were.
You were.
It was like this.
You were.
No, you were right. You were right there.
I'm pretty sure I was.
You weren't, because we sat there and we're like, because I'm like, okay, well he can move over here. No, he's still in range of Shilly. You were right there.
Oh, man. I mean,
so, is that right to me?
Yeah, you were there.
I mistake, but it happened in a tense game, so.
Because we were like, at first I was like, okay, well maybe he's gonna push Astrida like this way, for whatever reason. But then you moved her back in. I'm like, now Estrita's within 2. This makes I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah. I know. This is probably a mistake by Ryan, but it happened, right? Right. You know,
Yeah.
when you have a lot of decision in a game, you probably make some mistake. I have risk to lose in the 10th round where if he has sinkhole to block my Astrida in the dome, turn 4. Sorry. If he block my Astrida and not reach the Nexus, probably I lose the tower. So
Yeah.
I have made some mistake too. So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so yeah, that Thorn Roots. I almost got you with the Thorn Roots the first time.
Yeah, Thorn Roots. Now I love Thorn Roots at all because it countered the entire skirmish action. This is amazing. This is amazing. I love.
Yeah, I brought it to deal with the Yami Taxi, but I only brought 2 of them, and I wish I had 3.
Yeah. Indeed, this is very good. Very good.
Yeah, no, that has been, in my opinion, the surprising card in my deck. Like, honestly, I added it to the deck the day before and didn't really get to test it at all. And I was surprised by how great it was. It has been amazing for me. By the way, here's my answer for why I use the Chasm. There. Chasm is within 2.
Yes.
Sinkhole is within 2. Slide is within 2. And Skytear is supposed to use the rule of 3s, but because Giacomo decided to make so many things 2s, it confused me.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Perfectly acceptable.
So we can blame Giacomo again.
Blame Giacomo.
Valid reason.
Blame Giacomo.
Had to push Cheetah within 3 or within 2, so that way I could target with redirect.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
You
sure.
heard it now, guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations, Smeoz. You are now moving on to the finals. Of course, obviously, Geob versus Gameslayer coming up. If Gameslayer wins that, you will receive the automatic wildcard qualifier. So the question is, will you root against him or not?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I let them.
otherwise, you'll have to fight him for it.
Yeah. Another final, so it's very. I am very happy to reach the final again because I have to steal the prize from PvP last year.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks again. See you.
Yep. Thank you.
See you. Thank you.
Bye.
Good luck. Good luck in the finals.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Okay, then.
We're still on stream, Ryan.
Yeah, that's true. So please hold back.
Nice job.
We're done.
Can you, this is a family-friendly show. Even though we rated it as not for kids, can you please, control yourself?
Wait.
I thought you were done already.
Nope. Congratulations. We have to, I'm not sure.
So I'm...
guys,
Yeah.
from a streaming view, this was a boring game.
No, this was awesome. This was hilarious. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Okay.
This was great. I will admit, I was a little bit where's the killing? Where's the killing? But once all the cards started flying, when we got to round 5, 6, and 7, that was awesome because it's I'm gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do this. Oh my God, we've got ourselves a 6 stack on the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't know if you are look my playing, but when I played Shelter on Shilavi, if it doesn't have the ultimate for going to dome, I skirmish back in the dome and I go for the second point of the tamer, right?
Yes.
This was my plane. So I mean, when the game go on round 6, 7, every time I don't know if it is excited game or only boring to view. I don't know. But if you
it was a lot of fun.
Man, great. I'm
Yeah.
happy. Okay.
This I put this in the one channel for the comments. This is quite literally the kind of game that completely says that exiling cards is a terrible plan because if we exiled cards as they were played, we would not have gotten those ridiculous stacks of cards playing in the later rounds. This was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, and Smeoz wouldn't have had any cards left in his deck at the end.
Neither of you would. You both were playing cards left and right.
Yeah.
Well, no,
You
he
burned
played
through
more, though.
sinkholes.
He played more though because he had the nature reclaims and the Mind Palaces and stuff. So he played more, I think. But we would have both had at the end there. We would have both had presence in hand.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't know. You have played Slide, Presence, and Cinco. No, sorry, Slide and Cinco on turn 2, and I don't have play any card on turn 2 because I really, really, really shit hand because I have to say that I have Mulligan 3 cards, and because I have 5 3-mana cards and Mind Palace. Okay, I Mulligan 3, and I have draw only 3-mana cards. So I have started the round 2 with Mind Palace, Redirect, and 4 3-mana cards. And I have draw the second Mind Palace. So I have only to wait the third turn to start to play because I don't have draw any healing cards, any exhaustion, any presence, nothing. Only 3-mana cards, and I don't play a lot of 3-mana cards. I play with this combination, I think 15. So yeah, it's strange, but
So what I'm hearing is because if I had hit a 3 round 1 and pushed the control token this way with my hand of Slide and Sinkhole and you having basically nothing, I actually might have been able to just win round 2.
yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's a
Yeah,
mind game
yeah.
behind it. So
Yeah.
thanks
Um,
for
but-
all those
But
insights.
yeah, you were saying like you had like all 3s. For a good portion of the game, I had Triumph of the Wild and double Psychic Shield for a good portion of the game, and they just weren't doing anything.
Yeah, when I see, I mean, I don't know if you play Psychic Shield at the start of the game. So my playing to shot your heroes with Frail for slot or for prepare the tamer, it was a playing. But when you have flipped the first Psychic Shield, I mean, okay, I don't have to do that because I risk to lose the game for a sacrifice and shatter and the Nourish combo. You play Psychic Shield and I lose the map for killing your heroes, so I don't like this. I have to play only for ranking for power. This was my playing.
Yeah, and I was attacking the outsider to draw cards because I was behind on cards.
Right.
So I needed to get some damage in there, and I was trying to push Nexus, but I had that in my mind, like at different points. Like, even though it has 2 armor, Shillavi and Vorhild can both do quite a bit of damage. So I'm like,
Indeed.
I was thinking like that would be an option, but I really didn't like the turn where I won the outsider and all your heroes were over here and I got to spawn the outsider on here. I'm just like, if I only had Frail here and or if the outsider was lower, I could have gone for it, but
Right.
that was my only chance because as soon as Frail comes in, I have no chance.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Guys, thanks again. I have to go to eat something now. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the game. I really enjoyed.
Thanks a lot.
Hello, guys.
Good game,
Bye-bye.
Smeoz.
Have a nice
Bye-bye.
evening.
Thank you. Thanks for the great game. Good luck in the finals.
So we're
you.
going
Bye-bye.
to
Thank you.
round this up. Thanks
Yep.
Thanks RG for joining me here on the stream.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it was a real pleasure again. We now have to head over and record our next Outsiders Only episode with
Hopefully it's not as long as this.
Pythoner as our guest. So yeah, you're going to hear from us soon again. So
Yes.
have a nice evening. Stay safe. Stay healthy. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Don't run behind cars.